Good morning. Sorry for the late start. Thursday morning pre-market prep. Man, I didn't look at. Apparently, there was PPI news out there. I didn't look at it, but look, we got to dive into these stocks. TGB first on the list. You can see it's up 6%. Okay. By the way, okay, 12 p.m. Chris Tuttle, but we got to dive in. All right, TGB. We've been waiting for this full Florence mine approval. They now have it. Tasco Mines announces receipt of final permit for the Florence Copper Project. Now, I'm not an expert on this stock. This is a name given to us by a Matt in our community, and has been waiting for this. So I haven't heard from him yet. So I can't have the strongest of convictions right now. But I did go through the press release. I'm trying to do the math on this. Looks like they do the math for you here. About 85 million pounds. They can commence a production construction of the mine now. So annual production capacity of 85 million pounds of copper at $1.11 cost over 22 years. And then it says this supports an NPV, a net present value, I guess discounted at 8%, of $930 million at a copper price of $3.75 per pound. Now, they do need to raise some money, but it looks like here it says they're doing it through what do you call that? Where is it? Let me find the line here. They didn't really reference dilution. It was through loans and other revenue share or something. Let me see. Here we go. We continue to advance discussions with potential lenders and royalty providers for the remainder of the project financing. But you can see the stock now up 138 bid by 142. So you're talking about, they're telling you this mine is worth $930 million. And then the value of the mine is the value of the market cap of the company is $375 million. So potentially a lot of upside here today. Man, we didn't get a huge position, but we did just grab some right at Showtime. What did we grab it at? No, I don't remember. 135 or something. All right. We just grabbed some at 135. But man, if I can hear from Matt to get his take and make sure I'm reading this right, let's look at the technicals. Maybe we'll get more. So right now it's at the 50 DMA here. 50 DMA, and your 200 DMAs at $1.50. You got some candle resistance at $1.47. But look at that, 140 by 142. This is looking great right now. So this is a top pick. Okay, I can just give you these resistance levels now of 147 and 150. I can tell you that the company saying it's worth 900 million, and the market cap of the company is 375 million. Those are the parameters I can give you. Anything beyond that and beyond this 147, 150 price target, I got to do more research. And here, wow, we have someone from our community telling us he expects the stock to be over $2 by the end of the day today. Over $2 by the end of the day today. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if people taking this value seriously of over $900 million and no dilution to fund it. Then you know what? Maybe we should grab some more here at 143. Bring our cost average a little bit up. Okay, so that's TGB. Oh, Genie. Oh, my. Genie, this morning, we gave you an alert that, hey, this thing's crashing and it doesn't seem warranted. It's bouncing back now. So they did an offering, but they're not raising the money. It's for a third party. The third party wants to sell shares. And I've seen this happen so often in pre-market and after hours, where the initial reaction is down sharply and then it bounces back quickly. Because there's actually no dilution. Now, it actually took a little longer to bounce back than I expected, to tell you the truth. A little longer than I expected here. I thought it would snap back within minutes when I gave the alert. So now it's snapping back here towards the open, Genie. But I have to say, my colleague, Joseph, made a decent argument that, look, this investor selling 20 million shares. That's a big chunk. That's 10% of the outstanding shares, and maybe it's their whole position. I'm not sure how much they own. Why are they selling? Maybe there's poor sentiment. A big seller selling. So because of that, we're not trying to be heroes here. We're hopefully going to flip for a small profit. We may have already. I'm not sure. I have to look at that. But anyway, that's Genie. I think the opportunity was down there in the 530s and 540s, right at the 50 at the 200-day moving average at 530. If it gets back there again somehow, I think that's a buy at the 200-day moving average. So that's Genie. I'll keep looking at TGB out of the corner of my eye. All right. So 2 ideas for you, right? TGB, Genie. Evaxol, okay. There's a little bit of news on this. I can't trade these biotechs, right? So like I try, I fail, I get out. Like I'm not going to make a big deal out of this one. But they had some Alzheimer's data, trending #1 on StockTwits now. It's up 4%. It's highly shorted, I believe. Yeah, 21% short. It's had explosive moves in the past, but to me, like something like this, these biotechs on Muse, it's kind of just like gambling. So it's there if you want to gamble, but I'm not going to really make this a top 5 pick. Just wanted to let you know about it. I was trying to gamble a little bit this morning, and we got in at 8:01, and I don't know. We're trying to get out right now because I've regretted doing it. All right. So anyway, that's the story on Avaxel. Oh, we said the bid ask is tightening up. I like it on TGB 143 by 144. I just saw. Now it's 140 by 143. All right. Hopefully that'll be a big winner for us today. Shmuel with the call of over $2 by the end of the day. Okay, let's see if that plays out. All right. So we got TGB, Genie, Avaxel. Look at this. Uranium, we've been telling you about this, a 52-week high breakout. And I just want to point something out here. So I told you a few days ago when we put it on the morning show that we're looking for a possibility, not we, but an analyst looking for a possibility of a 17% move in the price of uranium. I think that was Monday morning we gave that alert. Now it's broken out, a big cup breakout. Okay, broke that. Now it's a new 52-week high. If you go to the 5-year chart, you'll see, check out this area here. Top of these candles without the tails, right? Without those tails. So that's the closed price here, 43.83. The open price here, 44. So right about 44 is I would call that's the cup breakout level. If we break 44, it can keep going. But I found an ETF that follows the spot price of uranium, SRUUF. So if you look at SRUUF, it already broke out of that cup right here, right? Which is 15.10 and 15. It's already at 15.7. It already had this big cup breakout. So I actually think uranium's lagging. If uranium wants to be where the spot price of uranium is, then uranium URNM already needs to be at like 45, 46 today. So we're in the midst of a major breakout in uranium, in the spot price, in all the uranium miners. So I think that can keep on going. So let's call it a 45 plus short-term target on uranium. Not necessarily a trade for today. We've been telling you about that for a while. Oh, Vaxel's 805. Cool. Let's hopefully we'll got out of that with a tiny profit. Okay, so that's uranium. Amazon, man, I wish I gave this to you guys yesterday morning. I didn't because there was no catalyst we can find yesterday morning. And we tried, like uranium, Amazon's been on our radar because since the earnings report, it was a great earnings report. It bounced off the 50 DMA, and then this thing just broke out. The technical setup looked good. I was looking at it the night before, but I didn't put it on the show because like I'm not going to show you stocks with only good technicals. I need a catalyst. And I should have just said, you know what? We have the pillar of the earnings report, which is good. That should be enough to put it on the show. We didn't. So that was my miss over here. But now that we broke out to new 52-week highs, I just want to tell you what I think the target is. We covered this on the show yesterday at 1 p.m., where I guess, you know, a lot of people on social media saying 145, 145. And I'm like, nah, it's going higher. It's going to the top of this candle here, 146.57. So right now, 146.57 is just my technical target. And I don't know if that happens today, tomorrow, Monday, no idea. I don't have a specific catalyst today. Although last night I got an alert, but I couldn't find it. I got an alert that I think is it JP Morgan? Let's see. Where's the headline? Here, Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley says Amazon shares could have a 20 to 60% upside from here. And that's all I have. I just have the headline. If you go into it, it doesn't even talk about Morgan Stanley. It talks about Deutsche Bank and Tigris and Credit Suisse. Right. So I don't know what this is from, but I bet you that this came out yesterday morning. That's probably what happened. This probably came out yesterday morning. If you had a Bloomberg terminal, you probably saw it. Man, we got to get a Bloomberg terminal one day. That was probably the catalyst for the move yesterday. So unfortunately, we missed that. There was a bit higher target. I don't know if it's going to be today. So I just can't make that a top pick. Celsius, though, does have a catalyst. Now, for the second time in 3 days, I guess, another analyst coming out raising the price target to around the 230 area. Here, there's 225. Wedbush 180 to 225. 2 days ago, we had B Riley raising from 190 to 230. I like that. That's like stack catalyst. We had a nice jump yesterday at 206. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see another move this morning to the mid 200s, 205, 206 again. Very volatile stock. So this actually might be something that's good for like trading options intraday because of the extreme volatility and because of our conviction that it's not really going to go much lower. So it's kind of, I think, a safe name if you choose the right option strikes on a Celsius. Maybe give it some time, maybe in the money or close to the money. That'll be something that could work out well. Look at TGB now, 142, strong bids at 142, big bids at 142. The ask is at 145. We have 20,000 shares on the bid. I see you only see 9,800 there on my E-Trade platform, another 6,500 right behind it. Oh, man, TGB could be an exciting day. Shmuel, let's hope your prediction comes true. Over $2 by the end of the day. Okay. Oh, right. Great. We're probably out of that small of Axel for a little profitable scalp. Let's see. Let's go on down. Palantir has the AI event today. So AI event today, just going to give it a 16.15 target here. Look, I don't have crazy high hopes on this one because everyone knew this event was coming and it wasn't really surging into it. I think the way you get 16.15 is if there's like, oh, look, more bids coming in at 142 on TGB. Now we're at like 30,000 in bids at 142. Okay. So I think the way that you see like a 16.15 or plus is if there's like something unexpected, meaning there's like really good news out of the 30 presentations, or it's just presented well. The company has a great plan with like great videos or, multiple different press releases from different companies talking about how they're using AI. They have to generate that excitement this afternoon if you want to see this go to 16.15 plus. All right. So that's on watch. We do have a small position because of the event. I don't know exactly the time. I assume it's throughout the day. Look at TGB now, the bid-ask tightening. I love when you see that tightening there. That's actually why we got in. We were looking at this morning, and it was like 130 by 136. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for the open, especially in pre-market. I don't want to be buying a big spread. But then it tightened up, and it was like 134 by 135. And I told my partner, Yosef, I'm like, nail it right now. Like, so I love it when the bid-ask tightens up. It's a good sign. So now we have a tight bid-ask again, 144 by 145 right now on TGB. Okay, so let's see. A couple other things. Yatra, 22,000 bid at 240. Man, we're not going to be able to ever see this again when we switch to the new app. No other. Okay. In any case, everything's still looking good on Yatra. We get a catalyst on Friday, and then we get a much bigger catalyst on Wednesday. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised at any time to see it start moving up towards 310. But when you can really see it happen is Wednesday, expecting a press release from the company actually spelling out that 310 price for everyone. That's going to happen next Wednesday or around 310, right? That's a midpoint of the current range. So it could be lower, it could be higher. All right. Then I don't really do solar stocks. I don't follow it, but here's a big cap with a price target increase. FSLR, First Solar, race to outperform from market performed by BMO Capital. And that's its 237 price target. I don't know what they were at before, but that's a fairly large price target compared to where it was. The stock has been down sharply over the last few days. So, I don't know. I just don't have, I've never studied the fundamentals of First Solar ever, and I've never traded it. If I did, maybe that's something I'd have more conviction in playing here, maybe even with options today. But since I don't really know it well, I'm just putting it out there for you guys who may know it, telling you the news in case you want to play it. Last thing I want to tell you about Mobileye, which we played yesterday profitably. Another news release out. This one, in a way, looks even more important than yesterday's. Yesterday was an analyst price target increase today, or initiation, at $48. Today, Chinese automotive company FAW Group and Mobileye forged strategic lines in autonomous driving. Terms undisclosed, but if you go in here and read about this, it seems like a pretty serious collaboration with a big Chinese company, which is nice. It's validation. It's maybe increasing their TAM in China. So you can take a look at that. So Mobileye, I think, has a chance of having another move today. We had a lot of chop yesterday. So what is this move? Is that this morning, 36.37? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Well, you know what? There's your initial target. Okay. The pre-market high, I'll hit 36, like in the low 36, we're at 35.82, 35.95 right now. But I could see this, like I think this is good to play intraday chop. Let's say I have an upward bias with a range of yesterday's range, right? So as you get closer to yesterday's low, or today's pre-market, that's a buy. And then as we get closer to yesterday's high, that's a sell. I think we can chop within this range on a second day of good news on Mobileye. All right, man. Let's try to order this. I'm like really excited to get back to TGB and maybe make some big investments in that, big trades. All right, so let's see if we can order this. I'm not going to really focus on a Vaxel today. Oh, wow. Look at, now we got SRUF, that uranium. All right, great. All right, which one? I think Celsius has got to make its way to the top on that upgrade. TGB definitely is going to be in the top over there. First Solar, no, I can't do that. Palantir is going to be on high watch over here. Okay, with the event. Genie, that plays for me, it's kind of almost over. I don't know if we're out yet, but that's going to be on the list to look at the right prices. So let's see. Look at TGB, keeps going higher. Love it. 146 by 147. Beautiful. Up 13%. Okay. So TGB, Celsius, probably the top two. Let's go down a little bit further. Yeah. I got to say TGB, Celsius are the top two, man. And then uranium. I forgot about Mobileye. Let me move Mobileye back up there. Okay, and then we're going to watch this breakout, continue to watch this breakout in uranium and Amazon. We might trade a little bit, but it's not like doesn't fit the story trading criteria to say it's like a top 5 pick. There we go, TGB 147 by 149. We got to look at the technicals on TGB one more time, all right? So Genie, not really a top pick. That was a pre-market trade, basically. So Genie's that pre-market pick. All right, now let's look at what this looks like. So TGB, Celsius, and Mobileye. Palantir on watch. Yeah, uranium, Amazon, and that's right. Okay. I'm going to leave it as these three mostly. The top focus of the day is going to be TGB, Celsius, and Mobileye. So let me take TGB. Let's look at the technicals again. Look at this. This is looking good. So moving up towards that 200 DMA, 150. What do we do here? 150, depending on our size, maybe you shave a little off at 150 and try to buy back lower, but maybe not be here. I'd like to leave some for a break of 200 DMA. And then what happens if we break the 200 DMA at 150? Where could we go? Can this go to $2 plus just on fundamentals? Maybe. I mean, if they're saying it's a net present value of $930 million. Okay, if that's all the company has, and I'm sure they have more, if that's all the company has, let's see, 930 divided is this mine alone could be worth $3. This mine alone could be worth $3, and now they have approval for it. All right, we're going to get on going, and we're going to focus on TGB, Celsius, and Mobileye. Again, Celsius and Mobileye looking for chop within yesterday's range on both of these, okay? Buy towards the bottom of yesterday's range, sell towards the top of yesterday's range. Same with Mobileye. Palantir waiting for news. And then TGB, I got to see what I can do because I want to make more money on this. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Chris Tuttle will be back with the show. We haven't had him for a while. We'll talk to you soon. See you then.